Let's do another Fleek vid. I reached back pretty far into his bag for this one. Ningens in Paris, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero review by FLEEKAZOID. Let's see what he's got to say about it.
You picked the wrong house, fool! I'ma eat you,
Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero is a game where a bunch of illegal aliens beat each other up to get their balls back.
I want to caress them.
Move aside, Tekken! Move aside, Street Fighter! Soul Calibur, you come stand over here. Jump off that cliff, Mortal Kombat! Calling Kano out of the cuck chair just isn't enough of an X factor anymore. But Biden blasting an apartment building into rubble? Now we are talking, pimp. Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero sent me into a K-hole of nostalgia. It's a 3D fighting game that innovates on the traditional formula by letting your opponents fuck off to the other end of the earth instead of trapping you in a postcard so that you can be slowly shin-kicked to death. By including a 180 character roster and making a quarter of them Goku. By including Fat Michael Jackson.
My man Roshi, he's struggling in a whole new way.
You're not bothered, it is futile.
Yeah, so that is his... Yeah.
Even if you don't like fighting games, you will like this game. Look at me. You will like this game. I have abandonment issues now. This game has to sell well so it doesn't go out for milk for another 17 years. Look at me again. You will like this game. Now, before I get into the meat and veggies, know that this review will not contain any comparisons to Buddha's Teriyaki 3 because in the last 6,217 days, I've suffered far too many head injuries to remember what I liked about it. But now that I'm thinking about it, they did remove one thing, the loading screen minigames. Remember those little minigames where Vegeta did push-ups and Orange Vegeta ate ramen? They're gone now. And I resent that because back in my childrenhood, when I was a children, I only played that game for the loading screen.
Somebody did it. Somebody said it. When I was a children. I say that all the time. I'm so glad I found somebody else that says that.
It's actually coming back to me right now. I love the loading screens. Come to think of it, this game is actually pretty shit because it doesn't have any loading screen mini games. I love my mini games. Starting with the characters, Sparking Zero's got a ton. On the hero side, there's Goku, Meme Goku, Goku Black.
I love black men. I love them. I love them.
Body positive Goku, and of course, old Propecia Piccolo. And then on the villain side, you know I gotta shout out Vegeta, Furry Vegeta, Monkey Vegeta. I don't know how Dog got on this roster. Android 18? Vegeta, and of course, Vegeta. But what I really like about the characters, even more than their variety, is their disregard for balancing. Some characters are just built different and you're jealous. That being said, if you don't know the lore and you're just picking characters at random, you're gonna end up putting a coughing baby against a hydrogen bomb. Worse yet, you're gonna be playing around in tournament mode, then all of a sudden, guess whose favorite child soldier gets to fight King Kong?
This game's a lot about what ifs, right? What if the gorilla didn't get shot? Let's find out.
A few moments later.
Oh shit!
Oh no! Oh god! You want to put a regular human up against a roided up Super Saiyan? Be our guest. But watch closely, because you're about to experience a Ningen moment. That's when ignorance overwhelms the mind of an otherwise logical human male, causing him to act in an illogical, self-destructive manner, i.e. like a Ningen. Eat a dick, you big, beautiful, oiled up bitch! What did you say, Ningen? Talking that good shit just a second ago, and you got blasted in your chest. You eat a dick, Ningen. You eat a dick. Combat. Full disclosure, I don't usually play fighting games because I don't have the Adderall prescription required to be good at them.
Oh, that one hurt. I went through like 3 character development arcs just now. Like, I was originally like, hey, I'm not on Adderall. And then I was like, well, I'm also not very good at fighting games. And I was like, how do you get Adderall?
Average experience in Street Fighter 6 is hopping online and getting whooped by an 8-year-old Korean kid that's geeked up on 10 snorts of G Fuel. But sparkling water's very different from Street Fighter 6 because here, I get my ass whooped in 3D by a member of the Mexican cartel, and that's why I stick to the offline modes. In the offline modes, Dragon Ball Sparkplug's combat is either fast-paced testicle torsion or slow-paced brain cell abortion, depending on how much the AI feels like participating.
What the fuck is this?
10 out of 10. This is game of the year.
Game
folks.
of half the time, they wander off to the end of the map like they put a restraining order on me, and the other half of the time, I'm getting fucked more than an OnlyFans model trying to make rent. When AI lock into that fourth quarter mentality, the beating is biblical. My recommendation, I shut off the game and come back when they're in a better mood. General feel to the combat is awesome. The flow is outstanding, the style's stupendous, the combos bridge into better, more brutal combos where you juggle someone 100 feet off the ground, and the defense is uniquely Dragon Ball, because in Smash Bros you got that cute little bubble shield. Here, you're in the competitive backshot championship swapping backs with a guy until one of you runs out of juice. Of course, you could also parry, just like you could also use one of the many other mechanics not explained in the tutorial. And the more time you put into learning those mechanics, the more fun you're gonna have with this game. Or so I'm told. Fuck that. You see that dipshit getting annihilated? That's me before I learned to just spam the Biden blast. Let's talk about abilities. Abilities are the thinking man's crutch because you, with your combos and your skill, have to land 100 small hits. I just have to land one.
No, you gotta wait for it to charge up fully.
Oh, wait, what? Hang on, no, what?
You gotta wait for it to charge up fully. But you did good.
And just in case I'm not being abundantly clear, I don't mean using it in addition to combos. I mean I stand as far away from my opponent as possible and then just bomb beams for the entire match. Just charging up loads and spamming spunk, shooting ethereal rope straight from my soul, pimp. This is a replacement for obtaining what you may call skill.
No, please! No! Oh, no! Already fucking won!
But Fleek, why not learn how to play the game? Be silent, the FLEEKAZOID is talking. You don't know what that cat did to me. I wanted to be good at the game until that thing beat me 20 times and I had to survive, Chico. The Biden blast is not only cinematic, but it brings a life of peace. It's a stoic fighting style to keep Jorts and his Gen Alpha slang far away from you.
No cap? Let's go!
Fight me right now!
I prefer weaponized incompetence to calculated incontinence. I don't know what the fuck I meant by that. Can one of you tell me? Doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is these melee specials never should have made it out of the womb. These specials are so goddamn precise that I can hit a little speed bump in the straight and it'll mess up the entire attack. All of a sudden, where am I? Who am I? What is my name and who are you? Hi, I'm FLEEKAZOID, and my favorite part of these specials is when an animation is so long it feels like they just started playing an episode of Dragon Ball Z in the middle of my fight. Another thing I really like about this gameplay is the destructible environment. There is no better feeling than taking out 3 apartment buildings so I can do 20 damage to Vegeta. Game mode. Overall, there are 2 big game modes, story and tournament. Starting with the story mode, it's not just one big linear tale. It's more like a buffet of abridged arcs from the shows that have different branching paths for each arc depending on how badly you screw up. Alright, that was a bit of a confusing explanation, so let me clear things up by just showing you an example. In the Goku storyline, Big Smoke flies down from space and challenges CJ to a duel, gets his ass kicked so he transforms into Donkey Kong, then gets his ass kicked once again so he transitions from Big Smoke to Particle Dust after Bald Vegeta hits him with the fucking sun. And all that was a rippling effect of letting Piccolo come along. Anyone else get the same path? On the other hand, in the tournament mode, you can slug it out with the AI or other humans to test your merits. See who is the champion. Prove who is the superior. Fight! You touch grass, I win. You touch grass, I win. You touch grass, you touch grass, I win. 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 But better than the whole winning by grass part of it's the immediate cut to the post-game shit talking where my character's going, I am a god. My skill is God-given. My fighting style is winning. Kids, you can fly. Wow, what a victory out there tonight. Walk us through how you pulled that one off. Well, a dumbass was in the middle of a 30-hit combo on me and then he stepped on the grass. It was really a technical maneuver on my part, but that's why we train Joe Rogan. Also, a third special mode that the Fleek recommends is gambling on CPU versus CPU. Pit these sumbitches against each other like Mike Vick and you will not be disappointed. I'm not saying the fights are gonna be good or anything, quite the opposite actually. This is like pitting 2 golden retrievers against each other. They just sniff each other's asses and get caught on ruse. The AI doesn't know how to fight AI. I had a fight between roids and rolls where the AI fought each other for 40 minutes. I had a fight between big guys where they just stared deeply into each other's souls for half the match. I pit a simp against a thought and he got destroyed.
All right, short kings, listen, these women don't know the power of a stout, shriveled testicle such as yourself.
I hate to get ahead of myself, but with storylines like this, I may be the next Dana White. I mean, at the very least, I can become a gambling addict. 4 out of 5. Dragon Ball Coke Zero is an absolute blast, but 1 point was docked for a lack of a massive budget. I guess I gotta wait for those fatally furious fun bags next year. I bet Jack and Rose could fit on those life rafts. God damn! Oh, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Maybe if you got rid of that yee ass haircut, you get some bitches on your dick. A Ningen.
Over 9,000.
Oh.
Over 9,000. Over 9,000. Over 9,000.
Oh, that's so good. Ningen. Oh, it's so good. FLEEKAZOID gives me life. Go check out FLEEKAZOID. If you have not already, go do so.